Today we're exploring one of my favorite warm-up exercises. It gets me calibrated to play in tune on the bass in every position, and it just takes a few seconds. This exercise kind of came to me during a bass festival a couple of summers ago. I like to start just about every practice session with what I call simple motions, and there's nothing simpler than open strings. And after I play some open strings, I usually add a few simple diatonic exercises. And in this session a couple of summers ago, I just went like this. And then I thought, let's double check and make sure that B is right on the money. There's a harmonic under that B. And then I thought, what if we kept climbing up the bass using the natural harmonics? What would happen? So after I did this, I replaced that fourth finger with 2. And then I played that harmonic. And one of the cool things about the bass is that in just about every position, there's a natural harmonic. So we can check and verify whether we're really on the money with that note. We want to be able to hear it, we want to be able to feel it, and then we can use these natural harmonics as additional verification that we're really in tune. So I just kept crawling up the bass using these natural harmonics. I started with this. We get back to that B harmonic. We've got the B harmonic under the note B, but also under the note E. And if you want to learn more about harmonics on the bass, I've done several videos. I will link up to them in the description below. I tacked on a few notes and hit all the natural harmonics between the open string and the octave G. By the way, I have written this out. If you want to download a copy, check out the description. My next move with this exercise was to slur the closed notes and play the natural harmonic on an up bow, and that felt very elegant. So we go like this. Kind of a lopsided exercise, but really a nice way to get oriented with all these navigation points. And I did a video recently, which I will link up to, about these primary, secondary, and tertiary locks that Charles Gambetta, wonderful educator, came up with. That's a fun video to watch, so check that out and read the article by Charles. But this is kind of an extension of that. We are acquainting ourselves with all these natural harmonics, and as I practice these natural harmonics, I find that my hand just sort of gravitates to them. It's almost like I have intonation magnets built into my fingers. And you can keep going up the bass. So the next step for me is to go. So the whole exercise is just like this. You can speed it up. I'm never sure what to do with this upper octave. I kind of improvise it, but it is nice. You have more notes in a position, but having that B as an anchor point, that D, and that G is really handy. By the way, these are the harmonics that the wonderful Francois Raboff has built his position system around. If you want to learn more about that, I've got that linked up. And then you can go from there. You can play the exact same thing on the D string. For acquainting yourself with the various positions on the bass, my advice is start slow, start simple, build from there. Have some of these exercises. David Allen Moore, the wonderful bass teacher, calls these musical hygiene, something you just do every day, the musical equivalent of brushing your teeth. If you want to learn more about this kind of topic, check out what we've got linked up here. We'll see you there.